Your forecast first on KX News. Every newscast every day. Forecast first with the KX Storm Team, putting North Dakota first. Your local weather with the KX Storm Team.
Hey, Tom, how's the weather?
That's the other class that dropped by yesterday at the Mohall Ag Show where I was doing a talk. They stopped by. Why not shoot a Hey Tom, right? So thank you guys for doing that. And tomorrow, again, really cold. You're not playing outside tomorrow, so that's not going to happen. In fact, we have a wind chill warning until noon tomorrow off to the east. And the storm is winding down, but it is still a winter storm warning in the southeast, south of Jamestown, and a blizzard warning for the counties up and down I-29. So we're looking first off in the west is where I'm really focusing on right now because that's us. That clear sky, there's no insulation in the atmosphere. The temperatures are going to fall like a rock tonight. And then here we are. You can see how the snow is really winding down. Most of the snow is off over towards Duluth and into Minnesota, but it's still really bad. And again, even in Montana, we have that clear sky, so really, really cold conditions. A lot of icy conditions in the northwest. Those little triangles, those red triangles, one of them is there's a spill, so there's some slower traffic, and the other was an accident. Now, off to the east, I-94 is closed from Jamestown to Fargo. You couldn't drive to Fargo if you wanted to right now. I-29 is from Grand Forks all the way to the South Dakota border. It's closed. All that dashed red that goes all the way eastern North Dakota there, that is no travel advised. It is just miserable over there. And it's really cold, too. Colder in the northwest. Williston, Dickinson, Beach, Hettinger. Right now, all these towns you see in the southern half of the state, these are all single digits below zero, and it is colder, 10 to 15, well, now 20 degrees below zero in the north. So very, very cold air. But that cold air is going to be equal opportunity. Everybody's going to get in on the really cold stuff tonight. Wind chills 25 to 35 below right now in the south, and in the north the wind chills are now, I think the lowest, well, Sydney is 26 below, a couple spots at 41 degrees below zero. If you're wondering why there's no color there, it's so cold we don't have a color in the contour map for it. It's that bad. And it is a little bit breezy, so that snow, the really powdery stuff that we had the other day, that we got over the weekend, that's just blowing around pretty easy. So there is some patchy blowing snow. It's not terrible, but it's cold. You don't want to get stuck and dealing with this kind of temperatures and wind. So it is pretty brutal out there if you happen to get stuck while you're driving. Now, around the rest of the country, the storm system's still pulling off to the east. This is a big storm, a lot of rain in the Ohio River Valley, and that storm system continues to churn off the west coast. And we're probably going to be dealing with that in some form, probably Monday, Tuesday, right in that ballpark. Our precision cast at midnight tonight, clear sky for most of us, maybe a couple of clouds tomorrow morning, early in the day, and this is real early. We're still looking at a clear sky, so without that insulation, it's going to be seriously, seriously cold. By 12 noon, it looks like there may be a couple of clouds in the southwest, and then we start to see a few more clouds, a little snow in eastern Montana outside our area. And then by tomorrow night at midnight or so, might be a few snowflakes in the northwest. And then Saturday morning could be a little band of snow. Or the computer model saying right now between Highway 80 or Highway 2 and I-94, but whether it actually ends up there that time of day remains to be seen. But still, plan on a little bit of snow then. Forecast temperatures tomorrow morning. These are not wind chills. These are the actual temperatures. 32 below in Rugby, 30 below in Williston, 26 below in Dickinson. That is just insanely cold. And it does warm up a tiny little bit, but stays way below zero. These are wind chills. Again, no color, because we don't have a color for that cold. 54 below wind chills in some spots. It's just going to be a brutal day tomorrow. Here's a look at the next 7 days, and there is some tiny bit of good news here, even though it's going to be very cold. If you look by early next week, Tuesday and Wednesday, there's no minus signs in front of those numbers. Right now, that's a win.
And that's sad.
Yeah, we'll take what we can get, I guess.
Next in our 5 at 5.